How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another Brawl Stars episode on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be going over the best 5 brawlers in Brawl Ball. Coming in at number 5, we have Karl. Karl is an amazing brawler in Brawl Ball because of his long-range poke damage that could be a nuisance for enemy tank brawlers to try to come in and score on your goal. He can also push back enemy brawlers. He's super consistent when it comes to poking down brawlers, so this is one of the reasons why he is in our top 5 as the best brawlers for Brawl Ball. Basically, he's a ranged tank that's very annoying and can kill tanks and sharpshooters. The number one thing about Karl is he can stay in the back line, throw out his shot, it can come back. He can also position himself very, very well, and his super does so much damage and just kills all of the squishies. His super can deal a ton of damage and is even better if you have the star power as well. You just go to the back line, you super up, and you will be able to easily clear out any brawler who's a long-range brawler. Also, he's almost able to win every single 1v1. If he has his super up, he does a ton of damage, and he's just one of those brawlers that can easily clear out an enemy brawler and give you guys a 2v3 advantage. Or should I say a 3v2. He has a high DPS if people get close, especially if he is able to chain his attack off a wall so it comes back quicker, so he's able to continue his shots over and over again. The recommended star power for Karl would be protected. By the way, guys, it did just get nerfed, but it's still very underrated and still gives him a ton of protection if he can just chain supers over and over again, clear out the enemy team, and then open up the goal for your allies. Coming in at number 4, we have Tara. Tara's extremely impactful super, which can completely turn the tides of the match. Her super could be chained with a lot of enemy brawlers, and it could easily pick out an enemy brawler which is in a bad position. This can solo pull, can provide a 2v3 advantage to your team, making you guys easily able to control the entire brawl map as long as Tara has her super in hand. The high burst potential against lower HP brawlers like Mr. P or like a Shelly makes it very easy with her super to be able to kill these brawlers without them really being able to do any damage to Tara. She synergizes very well with Sandy, Max, and Frank. And there's more brawlers as well, but any brawler who pretty much could do AoE damage with the super of Tara is going to be the synergy you're going to want to do when you're building a team comp around Tara. She's decent range, and use Healing Shade as her star power, as she is able to heal ally brawlers over and over again, and it's just a very annoying thing for enemies to take out. Coming in at number 3, we have Spike. Very high damage from his recent buff. He did just get a recent buff, which makes him a little bit stronger in Brawl Ball, and actually is a lot stronger, especially close up when there are so many tanks in Brawl Ball. He can aim around walls, and a lot of these Brawl maps nowadays have a ton of walls, especially the Brawl Ball maps. Use angles to your advantage with Spike, especially if you're able to hit enemy brawlers from behind walls, using an angle here, an angle there, being able to just chip down enemy brawlers is definitely going to be a huge advantage for Spike in Brawl Ball. He's a huge counters to tanks, and he prevents the enemy from healing for very high support. Pretty much, he's going to be able to add a ton of support for your team by being able to shoot out his shot, being able to chip down enemy brawlers from afar, not able to get them to heal up, and get your team into a good position to end the game with a late game goal. Star power you want to use here is Fertilize, as it gives you a massive amount of healing in Brawl Ball, especially if you're able to just go in there, fertilize, just charge in, maybe take down a tank, maybe take down a squishy, heal up after that, and then continue to support your teammates as they go in and score the goal. Coming in at number 2, we have Max. She is a very strong support assassin. What does this mean is she is able to very easily chip down enemy brawlers, as well as with her super go in there and just assassinate tanks, assassinate enemy brawlers who are weak in the back line. Huge DPS on Max, which makes her very, very strong for Brawl Ball. The insane movement speed, especially with her super, makes her allies also be able to get into great positions in Brawl Ball to be able to score those trick goals, those goals that just come out of nowhere where you get into great position and there's just really nothing the enemy can do because they cannot get into position fast enough. She's hard to kill because she is super fast. She can just zoom around the map, slowly poke here, get a shot here, get a shot there, stop the enemy from healing, and then advance with your entire team with the super and then go in for the goal. She is a tank counter as well because she has so much damage with her shots. She has 4 ammo slots, so she's just able to pew, 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 and take down enemy brawlers. If you guys want to see our max guide, we do have a max guide that is going to pop up on the screen right now if you want to check out how to play Max or get better with her. Coming in at number 1, we have Sandy. He is a higher than average brawler in movement speed, which actually helps a ton in Brawl Ball, especially where speed is power. Oh, he gives a ton of control to the entire map as the shots that he shoots out pretty much engulf a ton of area, which really does a ton of damage, especially seeing as how you don't really need to make sure your shots are perfectly aimed. He's able to peek shots and get off that chip damage here and there, keeping enemies on their toes. He's arguably one of the best brawlers in the game right now, especially after all the nerfs, after all the buffs that just went out. Does a ton of poke damage. The star power you want to use for Sandy is Rune Sands. It prevents the healing from enemy brawlers and also pushes them back, keeps them back, and kind of gives your entire team a huge advantage here as you're able to then just slowly go in, especially after a nice poke session. You can just go in, get that easy goal, and then come back, recuperate, get your super again, and then continue to flood the enemy team with Sandy's super. Definitely one of the best, if not the best brawlers in the game right now. Also, he works well with particular everyone because the invisibility is a huge advantage. You can't really see where people are coming. You can't really see where the flanks are going to come around. It can easily create a huge flank advantage for your team. Get your team in a great position for Brawl Ball because what did we talk about the entire video? Position and speed are definitely the 2 things that impact Brawl Ball the most. Guys, you can have a lot of strong comps with Sandy. You can build around Sandy as well. He's one of those brawlers that's very versatile in a Brawl Ball and will pretty much give your team the best chance to win if you have a Sandy. Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. In our next video, we're going to have the worst 5 brawlers in Brawl Ball. Let me know if you guys like these types of videos. I think I'm going to go and do a top 5, worst 5 for every single game mode, especially when new balance updates come out as well. I think it's just a lot better than giving you guys a huge tier list of the entire tier. Like, you guys just want to know, what are the best 5 brawlers that I can play right now, and who do I want to avoid? But guys, thank you for watching this YouTube video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit a like, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content, and I'll see you guys next time.